Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing? Well, today is February the 6th of 2026. So officially it's the 37th day of year one. And also I was just looking at the numbers, and if you add them all up, you got three threes. You got you got three twos. So you got the two for February, and then you got the two in 20 and the two in the 26 part. So that makes six. And then you got the sixth day, and then the last day of the year, six. So 666. Go figure. Maybe that's why I'm feeling like dirt right now. Um, I didn't go to bed till about 4 a.m. That's just my natural biological clock. When I get tired, I go to sleep. Um, I woke up about probably 10:30. Did I get out of bed then? I might have slept till about 11, but I was out of bed before noon, and I decided I was just sitting here, you know, doing my own thing. I didn't really like make any coffee or anything like that. Just, scrolling the tube, listening to a couple of lives, a couple of videos, no big deal. And then I turned on my Dasher app because it kept sending me notifications that it was busy. So this is around 2 o'clock, a little before 2 o'clock, probably about 1:40, 1:45. I happened to log on, and it said it was paying an extra dollar per order because it was very busy, and the estimated wait time was 1 to 3 minutes. So I hurried up and jumped around and got dressed and got myself together and grabbed what I needed for just being here in town, and headed out the door. Jumped on Dash now. Never got one order. And I was on there from like 1:55 until 2:45. Not one order. So I'm just like, and I got myself scheduled to work Norman tonight, but I'm tired. I just don't have the energy to want to even get out and go do anything at all. I don't have any energy even to go get groceries, even though I need to. You know, I got extra. Well, I get 10% off on all days, and then sometimes each month they'll give us an extra 10%, so make it 20% off um, once a month. So we have those weekends, and that's this weekend. I think they decided to do it because of the fact that it's Super Bowl weekend, Superb Owl ritual weekend, and um, they started the discount yesterday, Thursday, and it goes through Sunday. So I'm like, yay. So I need to go get a few things. I really do. It's a pretty nice day out. It's 71 degrees, but it's a little windy. So it's warm but windy, so it's still kind of cool. I was out and about in shorts, what you see me in here. And I had taken out a light jacket with me just in case it was a little breezy. Um, I also told myself that I would probably wear leggings and sweats later or when I'm up in Norman, but I don't even know if I have the energy to do that. It's like there's this part of me that wants to make money, and there's this part of me that gets excited when I start getting orders in, because I'm like, yeah, I'm making some money, and I feel like I'm doing a good deed when I'm helping these people out or whatever, but, delivering their food. So I am offering up customer service. What sucks is the waiting around for an order, you know. And then sometimes you've sat around and waited around for an order to come in, and then it's like some ridiculously like low amount, like they want you to go 7, 8 miles for $3 or $4, Like one of the ones that I declined yesterday, and after I declined it, I thought about it. I thought that might have been the same person that I took it to once before, but I thought it was a little higher than that. Was they want me to pick up something from Boomerang Diner and drive it all the way out to the edge of Slaughterville, and that means I have to basically Boomerang's on the north end of town, so then I have to drive from the north end of town down to the middle part of town, then cut across, go across the bridge, go through Lexington on the edge of Lexington, hit the highway to head up north again to go towards Slaughterville, Noble, Norman. I've driven that route before. Y'all have seen me drive that route before in some of my videos. I call it the back way, coming home from Norman. But then that's what they wanted me to do, drop off out there. I think it paid like $2.10 or something. It's like, no, I'm not driving all that distance for $2. Sorry. So I declined that one. But that was the only one I declined yesterday. After that, I accepted everyone that was offered to me. And after that, everyone that was offered to me was a decent amount. Today, I hadn't even had one offer. And I was on that thing for almost an hour. As you see, I'm sitting here yawning. So I'm either going to, it's 3:30, go back and go lay down for a little while, get up, see how I feel, or I'm going to get up and go to the store here in town, or I'm just gonna go to Norman later and go to the store up there for certain things. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm so undecided. It's like I'm excited when I start getting a lot of offers and I'm getting good offers and the money's just there. And then there's other times it gets depressing when you're sitting around waiting for something to happen that never happens. You know? And it's due to oversaturation of drivers in the markets, is what it is, in all markets. Even if I was to go to Norman tonight, that doesn't mean I'm going to get any good offers. Even if I was to sit in some hot zone spots, like by some really high end restaurants or whatever, I'd probably get a few orders. But in order to make really, really good money with door dashing, you have to DoorDash a lot. You have to DoorDash like all the time. Like one of my manager's husbands door dashed while he was off work because his job requires him to be like on the road and outdoors. So when we had that snow and ice storm come through, it put him out of work. It rendered him out of work for about a week, I guess. And during that time, he was door dashing here in town, even when there was snow and stuff on the ground. he was making bank then because there weren't a lot of drivers out, So he was making pretty good money to be able to supplement. So even though he came on as a door dasher probably right before I did, he was out there dashing enough to boost himself up past the 50 minimum delivery mark into platinum status, basically. But like, how many hours was he on the road? You know what I mean? So I just don't have that kind of energy, and I don't have that kind of time. And it really upsets me too when I'm at work, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, knowing I can't do anything else about it, and Dash sends me notifications. Your area is busy right now. But then I've also learned that when they send me notifications like that, and then I do jump on, if I have that availability to jump on to the app, I don't get no offers, or the offers are slim to none. I don't know. I've been, rambling a couple of ideas in my head. Like, if I door dashed enough in this area on a regular basis and I got to know my clients on a regular, more personal level, I could try to start my own little kind of side business, my own side hustle, and do my own type of delivery to them and tell them that basically on these days I'm available, from these hours to this hour, these hours I'm available on these days. And if you need anything delivered, call the restaurant or call the store. Or if you need something from the store, you communicate with me and I'll pick it up for you. I'll do your shopping for you and deliver it to you. If you need some food and you want it from any kind of restaurant, even if it's me driving to Norman to a nicer restaurant to pick up food for you and drive it back, I, of course, will be happy to do that. But, of course, I'm going to make some money on it. I'm not just going to do it for beans, you know. DoorDash doesn't, you know, just charge you beans. They only pay their drivers beans. It's DoorDash, the middleman, that's making all the money. So if I cut out the middleman, then I'll start making more money myself by offering up my own personal delivery, shopping services to those folks that want to utilize me away from DoorDash. And I'm not the only one that's thought this. There's other people out in the booby tubey world that think this way as well. But I haven't been dashing enough to try to promote myself, you know, in my own little side hustle. But I've been thinking about it. I've really been thinking about it. And trying to start my own side hustle. Years ago, I worked for a guy in Dallas, Texas, when I was in my 20s, and I was with Kelsey's dad. And he had a cleaning service called the Meticulous Butler. And he had several clientele. But one of his clientels that he had was this law firm. It was a building, and it was like four different offices, but they were all lawyers. And it was our job to clean the office building at least, I think it was twice a week. And both times we just like cleaned our offices. We did all the trashes and stuff like that. And then we one day out of the week or whatever it was, we cleaned it like, I guess, twice a week. And then we had a couple other like properties that we cleaned as well. This was just like a side hustle for us, because we worked other jobs as well. But I had the experience to be able to do those types of things. Now, cleaning somebody's house, it depends because, everybody's different. Coming in and cleaning somebody's house like mine, I could clean up this whole apartment with dusting, sweeping, mopping floors, doing the bathrooms. It'd probably take me a good hour if I was to like be on it. You know what I mean? But that's because I don't have a lot of stuff. And I'm a very clean person, so I'm always cleaning up after myself wherever I go. It doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, those are just thoughts on a side gig that I could possibly do, try to drum up business. I just don't want to have to go work for somebody else. I'm tired of working for other people, making other people money, and me just getting beans for it. You know, I deserve better than that. You deserve better than that. We all deserve better than that. But then again, it's up to us to make sure we are doing better. All I know is I just take life day by day and depends on how I feel as to what I do that day. So I guess today might be one of those days that I just decide to do nothing again. Just relax, lay down, stretch out my legs, maybe get some rest. Anyways, peace, love, hugs, nugs. Till the next time, I'm out.